The word recce may be new to you, but for drivers it is not. Recce is a military term used for reconnaissance, which has a lot to do with the examining of the ground as a condition. The third day of the event is all about going through the tracks. The drivers enter the Cholistan desert on March 8 to check the route.
Well, the last time, it was a new vehicle that I got. I just came back from the States 2 days back. My problem was it had older tires. They looked new, but there was old rubber, so my tire went out. So this time I have hopeful new tires.
It's a Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution. It's a 3.5 liter petrol V6 Mavic engine. Very fast machines. Very few of them were made, and this was a limited edition, you know.
Mine is a Mitsubishi Evolution, a 3.5 liter V6. We have a very modified suspension. We have a fast vehicle. That's okay. As compared to other vehicles, we are still good enough. As they say, 70% depends on the driver and 30% depends on the vehicle. So I try to concentrate on the driving bit and the vehicle bit.
I'm using a 3-liter Toyota Hilux Vigo. It's chipped. It's got a suspension in it from America. It's got an extra undercarriage protection shield so that if you fall off a dune or something, you can protect your oil chamber and stuff like that. It has a snorkel to get cold air intake and stop getting dust into the air filter. So we have a roll cage for safety.
Well, I'm using a Toyota Prado. It's a 3000 turbo. It's got a power chip in it, which produces about 30 horsepower more in it. And we've really reworked the whole suspension. We've cut down about 325 pounds of, weight on it. And 325 kg, sorry. And we feel that the suspension is the best part in our vehicle.
After a night's stay, they are expected to join the race next morning for the final event. The Cholistan Desert has historical buildings as well as a rich history in racing. Combining these two, the racetrack begins from the great Darawar Fort. The imposing structure is situated on the top of the ruins of the ancient Harappa civilization. Darawar Fort is located 48 kilometers from Dera Nawab Sahib. The present building was built by the Nawabs in 1733. Its walls are 30 meters high and there are 40 bastions, 10 on each side. Most of the buildings have developed huge cracks. The underground cells and wooden structure are now infested with bats and being destroyed by termites. The dry bed of the Hakra River runs through the area, along which many settlements of the Indus Valley civilizations have been found. The race ends at another point near the Darawar Fort after completing the loop. Racing is not new in this piece of land. Here it's on wheels, but that wasn't the case 100 years ago. There were races, but instead of a hand on the wheel, the participants had a camel or horse's reins in their hands. Camels, man's best companion in the desert, having been by his side for centuries, now even provides him with the thrill and adventurism of sport. Camel races are quite popular, not just in the lands of the Arabs. They fascinate and entertain many a young and old, even in the hard and somewhat uncharted terrains of Cholistan. The rugged denizens of Cholistan participate in the camel races with the same enthusiasm and panache that marks their Arab brethren thousands of kilometers away. The ship of the desert is a prized possession and is raised, nurtured, cared for, and protected as one's own children? The reason is quite obvious. If the animal happens to win a race for its owner, then the glory that comes along with victory is rare and unforgettable. Cholistan is not a test of the rich and adventurous city dwellers' four-wheelers. It is also a huge playground of our heritage, culture and traditions. And with a sport like camel race enjoying its own unblemished popularity among the tough and trusted young men of the challenging sandy dunes and deceptive pathways, the camel continues to stay on as the best friend a man can have. Well, the car we were traveling in just broke down. Now let's take a break till we find a solution to this problem.